Okay, so in this tutorial we are going to talk about the basic idea of attribute-based communication. So we are going to use the robot example to demonstrate the idea behind attribute-based communication. So basically we have four kinds of robots: the charger, the explorer, the helper, and the rescuer. So if we go to the charger robot, actually, the implementation is quite simple in the sense that what you really need to do in the main method is that you define the attribute environment. You define the attributes that you want. Here we need the role attribute, and then you assign value to this attribute. In our case, it is charger. You define a component and you assign this store to that component, and then what you do is that you add the um, charger process. So the charger process is here. So basically, is an instance of the process or the object process underscore one. And now we go to the implementation of that process. The implementation is very simple. You only need to extend the class ABC process, and you override the do-run method to define the behavior. In our case, the behavior of the charger robot is that he's waiting for request to charge. So basically, what is he waiting for? He's waiting to receive a message, and the guard here is and predicate. The and predicate is saying something, it is here, and is saying something like, I want to receive a message that the second element of the values equal to charge, and the third element equal to explorer. Actually, we use this notation here to refer to the index in the received message. So basically, this is a variable. When you put the dollar sign, the dollar sign and then an index, this will refer to um, uh, the value, to the received value index. So in this case, we look at the index, of course, starts from 0. So in this case, with the second value is charge, and the which is charge request, and the third value is the explorer. For the explorer, actually, as we already said, in the main method you only have to define the attribute environment, and here we need two attributes, the role and the ID of this robot, and we give the role the explorer, and the ID we give it 1. So now let's go to the behavior of this process. Basically, this process is sending a message with or predicate, and this message contains three values. The first value is this.id, so this robot ID, and a query request, and the robot role. So let's go to the or predicate. So the or predicate is saying that I'm sending to robots with rescuer role or a helper role. So here we have the or predicate. So either rescuer or a helper. Okay. Um, okay. So this is for the rescuer. Sorry, the explorer robot. And now we have the helper robot. So just let's get back to the Explorer robot. As you have seen here, we don't have the dollar sign, um, uh, because you are sending, and then you're not going to check your message, but you are going to check the attribute environments of other robots. So you put here the attribute name. You're not checking the message. This is what I wanted to stress. Now the helper robot in the same way for Explorer. So here it will receive with and predicate, and the and predicate saying, I receive from an Explorer robot with a query request, and this is will be attached in the message. For the rescuer, um, it is the same idea. Okay, so they only differ in the role. So here's rescuer, the other one was helper, and that's it. So now let's try it. So what I need to do is to export this as a jar file. Okay, next, and I want to put it on the desktop. I already have one, but we will continue. Okay, and okay, finish. Okay, so now let's try it. So basically I will start the mesh server here. I will start a helper robot. I will give it this port number, and I will start a rescuer robot, and I will start a charger robot. And here I will start a rescuer robot. Before we proceed, we know that the predicate is saying I'm sending to either a rescuer or helper. So basically the expected behavior is that either this helper or this receiver will receive the message, while the charger will just ignore the message. So let's see. Okay, okay, so that's it. Only the helper and the rescuer receive the message, because the second element is a query and the third element is explorer, and that's it. That's it for this tutorial.